Before I found Living Proof Institute, I kind of felt like a ship without a rudder. I was just going around trying to find something that I could do to optimize my health without really focusing on anything. And what I really liked about the program was it gave me the education that even as a doctor myself, I didn't have about nutrition, about lifestyle, about all the millions of things that I never thought about that really had a huge implication for my health. So the reason I said yes to Living Proof Institute was that I really felt at ease with the practitioners, Deepa and Sachin and Alice. They just made it seem so simple. I wanted to find a way that I could balance my own body with diet and lifestyle and nutrition and that functional medicine approach to things. I was worried about the cost for sure, but then I realized there's a difference between cost and value. And I realized that if I continued along the same path that I was on, the costs of healthcare in my life would probably be astronomical relative to the value that I was getting from a program like Living Proof. I was worried if I'd be able to stick to it. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that made me nervous, because I had never ever stuck to a diet plan before. But the remarkable thing was, as I saw results in the program, I actually became more strict with myself. And the more strict I got, the better the results I had. And it was just this complete feed-forward cycle that made me adhere to the principles of the Living Proof Institute's program. My journey with Living Proof has been better than any story that I could script. I realized that I was in horrible health. The stress of the pandemic and being on call and patient care and my family and just all the struggles in life really put me in an unhealthy place. So I was probably about 25 to 30 pounds overweight. I got blood work done. I was borderline insulin resistant. I had high cholesterol. My blood pressure was a disaster, and I was falling apart. What I loved with the program was that it addressed my concerns specifically. I lost 25 pounds in the first 4 weeks. I got energy back that I didn't even know I didn't have before. I just have more confidence when it comes to my health. The remarkable thing for me has been sustainability. Now I always want to feel good, and I know the foods that get me there, and I know how much sleep I need to get me there. And it's all these things that I learned in the program that have really, I feel like, turned my life in a great direction. So one of the things I liked about the Living Proof Institute was their unique approach to things. What I really appreciated was that you could have success without medicines. You can have sustainable success learning how to eat. I think the coaches were remarkable. The other thing that I love is that functional medicine approach, is that it's not just about diet, because this isn't, generally just a program about losing weight, but it's rather about the entire human, right? The entire existence, your entire mindset. It really just changed not just my life, but my family's life, right? Because if I'm doing the cooking for me, I'm doing the cooking for them. I think the thing about the Living Proof Institute that surprised me the most was really how genuine the providers were. So the approach at Living Proof Institute has really kind of changed my shift and my focus, both as a person and as a doctor. As a person, I came to realize how much control I had over my own health. And as a doctor, that inspired me then to inspire my own patients, to lead them to understand how much control they have over their own health. The main reason that I would recommend Living Proof Institute is so many people want to be better, but just don't know how. And they really gave me that GPS to get from where I was, which was not in a good spot, to where I am now, which is a better spot than before, but also gave me that inspiration to continue on my journey to get to where I ultimately want to be. Everybody on the team is awesome, but particularly Alice was my coach. And she is probably just the sweetest person on earth. She is just so positive, so knowledgeable. Deepa, who does the weekly sessions, is just such a lovely person and so knowledgeable. And Sachin, who heads it up, but he's just one of the smartest guys I know. And it's just so humble, so down to earth, and really so mission driven by his desire to change the world. It's incumbent on you to not just change yourself, but then to try to multiply that change by putting it out in the world. And so for me, that started with my own family. If I hadn't found Living Proof Institute, I would probably be 40 pounds overweight right now. I'd probably be on 3 or 4 medications at this point. Definitely would not be exercising as much as I do, getting out, playing tennis. I think I'd look a lot more like one of my patients than like someone who inspires change and inspires health. My name is SANJAY BHOJRAJ. I'm a cardiologist, which is a heart specialist, and I live in Ladera Ranch, California.